Hello, this is Chad with Syncfusion. The other day I made a video about Syncfusion support where I divided our support in two sections, active and passive. I then went on and I talked about our active support, the chat team, how to create a ticket, like that. Now I'm going to talk about our passive support, and I really don't like the word passive. So today I'm going to rename it Syncfusion Self-Service, and I'm going to wait for marketing to come fuss at me. Anyway, Syncfusion Self-Service. It comprises our help documentation, our community forum, our blog post, knowledge base, online video tutorials, and our demos. So I'm going to talk about each of these in turn, and I'm going to start with our documentation. So if you look at our screen here, I'm always logged in. I think it's a great idea. It just makes life a little bit easier and smoother. So learning and support is the menu item I'm going through today. And here's the demos, our blogs, our documentation, and our knowledge base. These are the fourth, and the video tutorials. There we go. These are the things I'm talking about today. And let's start with documentation. Documentation is here. It does exactly what you think documentation is going to do. If I step into React, I get details about React. This is a lot of content here, so I'm just going to stay very high level on it. But I want to show the upgrade guide over here in the right. If I click on the upgrade guide, it takes me here. And let's say I started a React project a year ago, and now I'm at the end, and I want to upgrade all the controls I'm using to the current version before I release. And I only want to see breaking changes. So these are all the breaking changes that happened between these two Syncfusion versions. And maybe I only want to see the chart. So this was it. There really wasn't a whole lot that happened. And this will make your life a lot easier as you're going through this. Now what's next is our blog posts. Blog posts are really cool stuff. They're where we just talk about doing things. Some of the blogs are a little bit fluffy. This one's a little bit fluffy. Most of them actually go into some details and give some code examples and talk about code. There's projects you can download, you can get. So here's the details about it. This is a Microsoft project with our schedule, with our Gantt control. There's code. If we go down to the bottom, we're going to see a GitHub repository. And that's not down to the bottom. Let's go to the bottom. Here we go. So this entire project here is in our GitHub repository. And if you look in the bottom left corner, you'll see the actual address of that. And I'll show it in just a minute, but just know that we have a lot of stuff on GitHub. So let's talk about the community forum next. And this is it. Community forum, it's a lot of questions for you to be answered by you if you like. Let's look at Angular, and I want to search on bind our grid. So lots of questions people are asking about binding the grid to whatever it is. Come in here if you need help, you can look at that. Next is going to be our knowledge base. I haven't talked about that yet. So knowledge base is here. Knowledge base is just a lot of questions. So what happens? We've seen that we'll have a lot of customers asking the same question. And whenever I was in charge of this, my rule was always, if I got asked the same question twice, we need to put it somewhere else, put the answer somewhere else. So that is the genesis for our knowledge base articles. If we get the same question twice, we post the answer here. And I'm going to do bind grid again. So here's a lot of different ways on how to bind the grid. And these are all questions that came up from our customers, and we put it here in the knowledge base. Online video tutorials. These folks here. And we're going to look at React for these. These are little videos, how to get started. The grid control is one of our more popular controls. So we have a lot of different questions, a lot of topics about how to do different things with it. And if you show more, you can actually step into that portion of the video. Maybe you need to do this. We can step right into that. Okay, now our demos. Syncfusion demos. If you're watching this video, you're looking at our controls, you're probably a software developer. And I can say all the words in the world, it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, you want to see some code and you want to see the widget or the control do whatever it is you need it to do. So all of my answers to customers are either links to help, links to a demo, or a code snippet with a screenshot or something. So demos are where all the work happens. And let's step into our JavaScript. So this is our top level demo page, and all of our web controls are written in the same TypeScript. We just build them out for each of these environments. And if I step on any of these, I can go straight into the demo. And if I look at this, now all of our controls also can be edited in StackBlitz. So you follow this link, it'll take you to a StackBlitz page where you can have a play with the demo live. The bottom of each demo is going to have a description about what's actually happening, what the purpose of the demo was, and what we wanted to do with it. There's going to be a link to the documentation, a forum post, a blog post, and knowledge base articles all about this platform that we call it. And of course, source code is available for you here to copy and paste and see what you want to do there. Now, the bottom of these are what we call the showcase applications. These are larger samples that put several controls together in one place and give you some and are live. If I click on this, it's going to come up here and you're going to see this sample live. You can have a play with it. Now, cool thing about this, it's all on GitHub, and I didn't want to do that. I want to do GitHub. I want to go here. So GitHub Syncfusion, this is where all of our samples live. If you want our Xamarin demos, if you wanted the Blazor samples, this is from our website, that sample page, this is the project for that. The showcase samples are here as well. If you liked that showcase sample I showed you, you can come in here and you can find it, you can download it, you can play with it. And there's one more thing I want to show, our GitHub Syncfusion examples. This is a repository for all the samples that we put in our blog posts, in our forums, anywhere else on the website. If it's not a sample, it's not an official Syncfusion sample, then it's going to go here in our Syncfusion examples. So feel free, come, collect anything you like. These are all here. It's a Syncfusion self-service. Thank you for watching.